Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and thanks for tuning in again. Are you still struggling with your high front rolls? Keep over-rotating and keep crashing on your back? Or are you still struggling with a kite control of your high back rolls and lose somehow somewhere orientation during the trick? Unfortunately, there's a lot that can go wrong with high rotations, and that's exactly why I'm making this video. So stay tuned, it's about to get exciting. As already mentioned, almost everyone struggles with high rotations at the beginning. The difficult part is adjusting the timing of the rotation to your airtime so that everything comes together perfectly in the landing. As is so often the case in kitesurfing, once it finally clicks, it suddenly isn't difficult at all. The important thing is simply that it has to click, and that has to happen in your head first. In the following, I'd like to give you a new perspective on high rotations, which in my experience is the most important preparation. And afterwards, I go into the 3 most important key points that matter when performing a high rotation. You have to understand that in a high rotation, you can never know exactly how long you'll be in the air. So the takeoff is only about initiate the rotation so you can immediately control and slowing it down again. And this is what most people misunderstand. Because when you learn your first rotations, your first goal is always to finish the full rotation. That means that during the takeoff, you already know you absolutely want to complete the full rotation. This is fundamentally different from the correct mindset you need for high rotations, where the takeoff is only about initiating the rotation to then controlling it and slowing it down again. If you understand this essential difference, the question naturally pops up, but how on earth can I control and slow down the rotation? Alright, now it gets interesting. The answer you're looking for is body tension. With body tension, we are already diving into the first key point of high rotations. It's not really about whether how much you invert, but whether you understand which parts of your body you need to tense in order to control the rotation. Here I'm doing a front roll to the left, so I'm looking over my back shoulder with my head slightly tilted back to add a bit of inversion. The slight inversion helps, but it's not strictly necessary. It's more of an indicator of body tension because only a tense body can invert slowly. As soon as I notice that I've completed the first 25% of the rotation, I fully tense the right side of my core. One indicator of which side of the core is active is the leg. You can see that my right leg is pulled in more than the left. Here's a comparison with a front roll to the right. Again, you see that the left leg is pulled in more than the right, so the body tension is on the left side of the core. And here is a back roll to the left. Once again, you can see that the left leg is pulled up more than the right, so the body tension is on the left side of the core. This body tension, combined with proper kite control, leads to rotation control. And that brings us to our next key point, the kite control. In kiteboarding, as the name suggests, 2 things go hand in hand. We have boarding and we have the kite. Those 2 elements need to be perfectly coordinated. So even if you understand a high rotation with your body, also the kite has to be at the right time in the right position. To illustrate the kite control in a high rotation, I'll be using a front roll to the left side as an example. During takeoff, shoot the kite against your riding direction, slightly past 12 o'clock, and power the bar explosively. After the first 25% of rotation, increase the pull on your front hand again to bring the kite into a stable position just before 12 o'clock. At the same time, when doing a front roll to the left, engage your right core muscles and slow down the rotation while keeping an eye on the landing. In this position, flying backwards, core engaged, bar powered and kite stable, you can stay for a long time, until the water is close enough. Then accelerate the kite forward with your front hand so that at landing it's slightly over 45 degrees and push your front foot into the riding direction. The bar remains powered. This creates a smooth and clean landing. To internalize the sequence, it's helpful to screen record this example on your phone to review it repeatedly. The principles of the front roll can be applied directly to the back roll as well. If, like in this example, you end up landing on your back, it usually means you either steered the kite too far against riding direction at takeoff or didn't steer it far enough forward for the landing. Also, if you pull the wrong side of the bar halfway in the rotation, this easy trick helps. Of course, when you are halfway in your rotation, the right hand doesn't feel like the right hand anymore, and then people accidentally pull the wrong side of the bar. And this happens or ends up in a kite loop and can be very painful. There's a very simple trick that helps you to always pull the right hand. And this is pretty easy. Let's say I want to go into a front roll to the left side. What I do before going into the trick is watching my front hand and doing this twice. This builds up some kind of connection between my brain and the hand and allows me to pull the right side when I'm upside down in the trick. If you're going to the right side, let's say you do a back roll to the right side or a front roll or whatever, you want to pull the right hand. So before I go into the trick, I do this twice. I know exactly, okay, this is the hand I want to pull. I remember the feeling. And when I'm upside down, I know I need to pull the right side. Try this out. It really helps. Nice. So far, so good. If you've got these two key elements under control, body tension and kite control, you're already doing great and will have a great rotation control. There's a third key element we should talk about: inversion versus non-inversion. With a single back roll, it's not necessarily beneficial to invert it. It's possible and it looks cool, but it doesn't really make your trick any safer. With a front roll, however, it's different. An inverted front roll helps you a lot in rotating in a controlled way around your center of gravity. To achieve this, try to stretch your feet toward the kite during the front roll. Technically, it's not difficult, but it does take a few attempts and a bit of overcoming your hesitation. If that's not enough information about inversion, feel free to leave me a comment below. Maybe it could even become a topic for its own little helpful tutorial. Well guys, that's it from my side. I really hope this little breakdown could help you to lose or to feel a little bit more confident about pushing these rotations higher. As always, the most important thing is to go out and practice, and as well stay safe, guys, and most importantly have fun. Of course, that's why we are doing it. If you liked the video, it would be very helpful to me if you drop a comment below and let me know what you want to see next. Also, this video was an idea of a viewer and yeah, much appreciated. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you soon again and hopefully meet you somewhere on the water. Peace!